Welcome back. 6 p.m. Prime this evening, coming to you from our buzzing newsroom here in the India Today Mediaplex. Ladies and gentlemen, ever since the second wave of the pandemic hit the country, it's been last 2 years that people were finding it very difficult to move out. Restrictions, and suddenly, as soon as the cases started going down, the heat wave and heat condition in the northern plains in North India was. You've seen how we've been waiting in Delhi for the monsoon. We see a huge rush for people just running to the hills. From Manali to Shimla to Chamba, name any hill station in North India. Right now, it is packed like anything. Take a look. In fact, this is creating a lot of congestion, traffic congestion. And now, it is also more or less creating fear that the third wave that people are talking about with the kind of crowds that we are seeing, that could be a big headache for the authorities. Huge crowd has gathered at Manali's Mall Road, and largely you see people with no mask and very little social distancing. 100% occupancy is being reported from hotels in Dalhousie or even in Manali, Shimla and other hill stations, at least during the weekend. So while you see so many people, just rushing to the hills, on the other side, from North India, let me take you to South India. Amid the decline in the COVID-19 cases across the state of Karnataka, the government has given further relaxation as far as the coronavirus-induced restrictions were concerned. Now, gyms, malls, restaurants are allowed to open, while public is, in fact, with 50% of their seating capacity. Our report, which we are bringing to you now, comes from Bengaluru to just give you a sense of what is happening in the state of Karnataka.
Positivity rate plunges in Karnataka. Sharp decline in COVID-19 cases. And steady upward curve in recovery rate. BSY government announces further lockdown relaxations in the state from Monday. As per the new guidelines, shops, restaurants, malls and private offices are allowed to operate as per COVID protocols.
We are cleaning the mall and making sure that we are cleaning railing, glass, everything we are doing. Only vaccinated people we have allowed inside the mall. Means who are all the employees, salesmen, security, housekeeping, whoever it is.
All it is sanitized good, and we have kept mask also for customer. Without mask, we'll be not allowing customers also. And we have kept a proper sanitization in the store.
We are cleaning the entire store, and even we have done with the sanitizations as well, and we are arranging with our new stocks. So, and we are also following all the social distancing COVID protocols, and even our team is also 100% vaccinated.
While swimming pools, sports complexes and stadiums will be opened only for training purposes. Public transport allowed with full seating capacity. Marriages and family functions are permitted with not more than 100 people. Cremation to be allowed with maximum of 20 people. No gatherings at religious places, and only prayers can be offered. Theatres, cinema halls and pubs will remain closed. All social, political and religious activities are prohibited. Educational institutions and colleges to also remain closed until further orders. Meanwhile, night curfew will continue from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. and the latest relaxations and restrictions will be in place for the next 15 days. Bureau Report, India Today.
The next story that I'm bringing to you, ladies and gentlemen, is it's quite shocking. And also, it's a story of apathy and desperation. This story comes from Bihar Sharif, in Bihar's Nalanda, where a man was not provided with a stretcher after his daughter died during the treatment at Nalanda Medical College, Nalanda Hospital. He was forced to carry the body of his daughter on his shoulders. The daughter of a daily wage labourer was brought to the government hospital on Sunday after she complained of vomiting and diarrhea, but the situation turned critical due to the alleged negligence of the hospital authorities. When the hospital management did not provide the stretcher to the father of the deceased, the helpless father had to take the dead body of his daughter on his lap and brought it to the ambulance himself. The bereaved father has leveled negligence charge on the hospital, but the doctor on duty rubbished this allegation. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a story that is one-off. We keep hearing this, especially from our hinterlands, time and time again.
स्ट्रेचर तो उन्होंने मांगा नहीं, उन्होंने सीधे गोदी में उठा के लेके चला गया। स्ट्रेचर तो यहाँ पे है, मौजूद है, या तो उस वक्त कोई और पेशेंट होगा स्ट्रेचर पे, ये भी हो सकता है। और एम्बुलेंस की बात था तो उन्होंने जब रेफ़र किया था तो उन्होंने जाने से मना कर दिया था और चिल्लाने लगा, पर्ची लेकर उन्हें बाहर चला गया था। यहाँ पे कोई था ही नहीं। फिर देख रहे थे कि पेशेंट की स्थिति बहुत ख़राब है, हमने अपने तरीके से उसे जो ट्रीटमेंट था उन्होंने दिया।
At a time when everybody's scratching their head about, how would they be able to travel, what is a vaccine passport, and will everybody in future require a vaccine passport to travel post the COVID world? Well, vaccine passports are a reality or are becoming a fast reality. And how and what you need to do, what is a vaccine passport, how in India you can link your certificates to your passport and make it a vaccine passport. All that, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the travel bug in you, this is a must-watch story for you. Sneha Murdani decodes the entire conundrum as far as the vaccine passport is concerned. Take a look.
One and a half years ago, all you needed was a visa and an air ticket to fly out of the country. Planning to go abroad now? A vaccine certificate will also be needed. The European Union is asking for it. So are nations like Israel. A vaccine passport could well be a necessity of the future. For now, it's still work in progress. It could be in the form of a stamp or a certificate. Whatever form it comes in, what is clear is that incorporating it in the system will see many challenges. In days to come, these vaccine certificates will come in various forms, digital, physical or just a barcode. But introducing it in the passport system would mean a longer processing time. Having it within an app may not be feasible for all. Paper certificates run the risk of ending up in fraud.
Paper forms are being widely used, they are very convenient, but they carry with them the risk of duplication and forgery. The other option being discussed is that of a mobile app. But this again assumes that everyone has access to a smartphone, which is not the case.
Affordability, procedures and privacy issues will make vaccine passports difficult to implement is what experts are saying. To top it all, airports and airlines are working independently with international air travel associations to have some sort of a digital pass. Then countries also working in isolation, and there is lack of uniformity when it comes to the World Health Organization, because the World Health Organization has said, as of now, vaccine passports are not required. The process has become even more complicated, with some vaccines not accepted by countries. The European Union initially rejected Serum Institute's Covishield. Many countries are still to recognize Covaxin. With many more vaccines on the horizon, the issue will only get further complicated.
The vast majority of individuals in low and middle income countries can't access vaccines. It might create an immunity-based class system where the individuals who haven't been able to access vaccination now can't access areas, and geographic areas are closed off to them.
What is clear is that international travel is bound to normalize sometime in the near future to pre-COVID levels, which means nations will have to arrive at an acceptable solution very quickly to end the suspense for travelers. In New Delhi, Sneha Murdani for India Today.